What's going on, everyone? TallenV back here, and today it is time to translate a lot of little things when it comes to both missions, some updated news information, just kind of some general stuff that I feel people tend to overlook sometimes, or halfway through the time of these events that are going on, everyone's like, whoa, what's all this? TallenV, what's this with this? So I'm just going to go through all of it real quick and get all the transitions out of the way. Obviously not for, simple things like, hey, this is the gacha. Yeah, a lot of fun stuff. You already know that is. And I know I've been gone. I was on vacation over in Australia for the week, so that was a lot of fun. Thank you for everyone for understanding that I would not be able to do any of these videos until I got back. But we are back finally today, and we're going to get straight to it. So first off, let's go into all the news real quick and check out just what exactly some overlooked kanji might be, some missions that we need to do if you want to go ahead and get a lot of free stones and everything like that. And maybe at the very end, we'll talk about real quickly what we can expect actually in the next couple of weeks. Because this one is definitely unlike the last couple months where things have basically gone off for the majority of the month. And then after that, it was just like, oh, well, now we're just going simply on our next thing where it's like, oh, this is only going for 2 weeks now. That means we're going to have 2 weeks to kill here, and we'll have to see what's going on. So anyway, so first off, really quickly, if you did not use any of your Tanabata things, your little like charm things or whatever in that case, they have simply extended it to be able to be used until the 7th of August, which is Tuesday, obviously. So you basically have until then to go into the barber shop. I'm feeling pretty much everyone has used those already. There is no way to get extra new ones or anything like that. If you missed it at the time of that, then you've missed out on it. If you've had all 7, you've saved them for whatever reason, thinking they'd add more characters, they have not done so at all. So, and the only thing that they've done here essentially is that this is the kanji just simply for who is the most popular. It's essentially, it's a contest basically. By the way, for anyone ever asking about this thing, there's this picture that's shown up from like Dragon Ball Super or Dragon Ball Heroes essentially, when it has like Vegito and then it says like a 2 and it has this exact kanji on there. It's like, oh my god, he's going Super Saiyan 2. It's like, no. This is not Vegito going Super Saiyan Blue 2 or something like that. It's just that he, out of the entire Dragon Ball Super lore, Dragon Ball Super Heroes lore, essentially, he was number 2 in that poll. Okay, I don't know who number 1 was, but yeah, I kept getting those pictures, and I still get them today. So anyway, so basically what it's saying is that Gotenks got number 1. This one was Golden Frieza. The agility one got number 2. Let's see, Super Saiyan God Goku Chikara, so Strength SSG Goku was the 3rd. 4 through 10 was Agility Super Saiyan God Goku. 5th was Agility Super Saiyan God. Oh, okay, Super Saiyan God Goku. Okay, sorry. 4th place was Super Saiyan God Goku. 5th was Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Okay, the agility one. Int Metal Cooler. Okay, he was number 6. 7 was Tech Majin Vegeta for some reason, I guess. I know he's a nuker, but okay, sure. Let's see, number 8 was the Strength Super Saiyan 3 GT. Oh, Goku. Okay, got it. And then I'm guessing that's the 8. Yeah, it looks like the ape one. No, it's just GT Goku. Huh? I don't know. Oh, yeah, duh. He's not ape yet until he Dokkan awakens. Number 9 was the Agility Super Saiyan. Oh, I got no, Turles. I was like, Super Saiyan. I'm like, what? No, Turles doesn't go Super Saiyan. No, the ape Turles. And then number 10 is the Super Saiyan 2 Goku when he was small, I guess. It says young. Oh, Gohan. Duh, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Okay. I always get Gohan and Goku's kanji messed up sometimes. So basically, it was just a ranking, though. There's nothing else to it, essentially. And then again, it goes into the 7th. Nothing else there. None of the pictures have changed or anything like that. So, it is what it is. So, anyway, going on from there, Battlefield 2.0 is back again for round number 5. I guess we'll call it 2.5. Essentially, if you want to. Nothing's really changed except that they have added a new stage. You now fight against a future Trunks. I didn't really see the need to go over it. Trunks doesn't really have anything special to him. I believe you just simply can't stun him or, seal him up or anything like that. You can't lower his attack or defense just like anyone else, basically, by the time you're hitting that stage. But bottom line, you go about him and you beat him just like with the Zamasu, the Goku Black, and the Vegeta Blue. And then after that, you fight against Goku at the end there. So they've changed types, so that's basically what it really means. Still the exact same, concept. Take 100 characters, beat them all. That's all I get to really do. Nothing so fussy about that. Now, I did make a quick tweet on Twitter about how basically, at least when I fought him, at least when I fought the Zamasu at least, he didn't heal the second round that I went into it. I don't know if that was a glitch or something like that, but then a lot of people were like, whoa, he healed like twice for me. No, he healed once for me. So I'm not really sure what's going on. So maybe what I might do is I might go into the final round or like the final stage, the 3rd stage essentially of that, make a separate video on that and be like, okay, let's take a look at what's really happening here. see what happens if he goes past it the second time, and then I'll be like, oh, okay, well, he does heal, and he doesn't heal. Okay, well, he does this, or whatever the case may be. We'll have to wait and see. So, other than that, though, you do get a few more of these orbs from the mission, from each time you beat the stages, the first time, of course, and then at the beginning of every week, then you can go ahead and get your 6,000 this time, because there are 3 missions where it simply just says beat 1 stage, beat 2 stages, beat 3 stages. If you know what I'm talking about here, we go into here into the missions real quick. I still have to complete some of these, but these are the weekly missions right here. So beat 1 stage, clear 1 stage, clear 2 stages, clear 3 stages in total, okay? So just simply beat 3 stages in total, and you'll get 6,000 of these. Last time it was 5,000, so it's nice that they're upping it at least by 1,000, but I did notice you did get more of the currency from each battle the very first time you beat them, because I was at like 1,000 or something like that, and I was like, okay, I want to get a LR Metal Cooler dupe, because I actually do like the guy. I just want to get some orbs into him, and I want to get some dupes into him because I have him at SA20 now. And I'm already up to 1,000 or 146 or 147,000. I'm like, whoa, I didn't get this money last time. So they did increase it a little bit, it seems. So that is something to keep in mind right there when it comes to the 2.5 or Battlefield 2.5. I'm just gonna call it that just for simplicity's sakes, okay? Next is this little little statement here about the daily missions. When I originally read this, I was like, whoa, they changed the daily missions? That wasn't the case. Apparently, there's some glitch on the 1st of August that it didn't like reset or something like that, and they're like, okay, now it is working. So it's just like, oh, okay, well, I was in Australia, so I guess like didn't really see that happen, but okay. For anyone ever asking about that and be like, whoa, what's with the daily missions here, Talon? This is what it is. That's all it's done. It's just simply saying that, hey, we fixed whatever issue it was for it not resetting at midnight like it's always supposed to do, and that's basically it, okay? Obviously, you guys know that 17 and 21 are the Dokkan Fest cards. Well, 17 is the Dokkan Fest. 21 seems to be will be around forever units. You know, it should be on every banner here in the future and going on. Some people think that maybe she'll be more like the Arale, where it's not, but then again, you know, there's different ways to look at it. We'll have to simply wait until the next banner comes out in a few weeks, and then if she happens to be in that banner, then great, she'll be there, and that means from now on and then you don't have to go hard on this banner to try and get her or anything like that. She'll come around eventually. So Android banner, obviously, because obviously Jinjo Ningen is the big category right now, and I basically called it where basically they add in the extra categories. All they were gonna do, like, oh, we'll just slide up, and then there's the extra category. So we'll have to wait and see. Android category overall, my personal thoughts. I might do a future video on showing off other units and talk about it more in detail. Overall, it's a decent category. Obviously, you know, because there's thankfully a lot of different variants of these different characters. But I have a feeling, just like anything, we're not really going to find the leaders after about a few weeks, even though a lot of people have been saying, I want an Android category. If people aren't able to pull the 21 or pull the 17, then we're not going to see it for a while now. So we'll have to wait and see how it goes there. 17's event, I will be doing a free-to-play guide on that soon, so give me about a day or so, and I should be able to have that up, no problem. And then, of course, we're doing the collab between the Dragon Ball FighterZ and Dokkan, obviously. So there's a stage where you can go ahead and farm up a Android 21 there. She's actually a really good card. So she's great support. She's automatically optimal in terms of support because she provides support to simply anyone in the Android category, where a lot of like the other support characters like the Tech World Tournament Cell and things like that, he provides it to Extreme only. And if you are running only Extreme units, if you say have the STR Android 21 as your leader, you don't have the 17 on there, and the rest of everyone else is Extreme, then yeah, he could be a great Extreme unit as well. Not to mention the Physical Cell, the GT1. He's another great unit in terms of support, but again, he only supports the Extreme type. So if you're running certain teams that way, then yes, they are technically going to be someone you definitely want on there. But if you are running both a combination of Evil or Extreme and Hero types or Super types, then Android 21 here, this Int 1, is the definitive version that you definitely want to go for and have her completely maxed out SA10. Obviously, bringing androids onto your team and going into the events increases your chances to then get the drop rate up. Although I've heard some people say they've gone pretty crazy, you know, like 3 or 4 stones in terms of recharging your act/stamina, and they still haven't got one copy of 21. That is extremely terribly luck, and I have nothing but sympathy. So I really hope that doesn't happen to anybody, but we'll have to wait and see. And now, of course, if you are skipping ahead to this part, because I know I will put timestamps in here, which I probably should have mentioned at the beginning of the video, but I'll have it in the description. if you saw those, is that, of course, we have some missions to go over. How do we do them? How do we complete all these missions real quick? They're actually not too bad. It's actually pretty easy. These ones are definitely on the easier scale compared to the past ones, but in case, let's go over each one real quickly, because there are, again, hidden little kanjis and everything in the actual missions themselves that are not on this page right here that you do need to know when it comes to taking these down, okay? So, first off, number 1, complete an event with Android 21. Not too hard. You can bring the strength one or the int one. Doesn't really matter. The int one is droppable, so if you don't get this right away, you'll obviously get the int one from the stage 4 when she drops. Put her on your team, take her into battle, beat it once. That's all you gotta do. Nothing else. Now, I will say real quickly, for all these missions, they're gonna be saying the same thing of you can do this on normal story events. You can do this on anything like training events or orb stages or anything like that. Or you can take them into Dokkan events, and that is fine right there. The ones that do not work, though, are obviously gonna be Battlefield, taking them on to the World Tournament, which actually is coming up next week, so I will talk about that briefly. And then, obviously, the Extreme Z Awakening, which there's nothing going on right now with Extreme Z Awakening, but if at any time this came back or there is another Extreme Z Awakening coming out that we don't know about lately, and these missions happen to be around at the same time, those do not work. And so just, again, keep that in mind. It's very simple to go about a lot of these, but we'll have to go from there. So number 2 is bringing anyone from the Android category into a battle. Just gotta bring it once. That's basically all it is. Nothing too fancy there. Number 3 is complete a story mode event one time. Ikai Clear. So just go into the Dragon Ball FighterZ story collab event that's going on right now. Beat one story mission, whether it's on normal, Z hard, you name it, and you're good to go. You'll beat the mission. Then do that 3 times. Again, any stage, you can do the same stage over and over again if you want to, or just simply going through your first time to get all the free stones that you get from beating it the first time. Beat story events 3 times, 5 times, and 10 times, and you completed all those missions right there. Easy peasy, all good to go. Next, number 7, 8, and 9 is to beat Dokkan Fest events. So the first one, so number 7 is beating a Dokkan Fest event once. This is clearly going after saying that they want you to beat the Android 17 Dokkan Fest, new Dokkan Fest event. So beat it one time, beat any of them basically, beat it one time, and you're gonna get this mission completed. Defeat it 3 times in total, or any of them total 3 times, you'll get those. And number 9 will get you all of those items right there. Pretty easy. And then defeating it a 10th time, or any of them 10 times, will get you 2 stones. Pretty nice stuff. Next one, of course, is the very simple act. Using up stamina / act, depending on where you come from. Very simple stuff. Use over 100 act, 300 act, 500, 1,000, and 1,500 in total. Doesn't have to be in a single day. Doesn't have to be in, one go or anything like that. Just simply during the time that these missions are available, go through, use that total amount of act, which should be pretty simple. You're going to get these missions completed, no problem. Now, number 16 here is a little bit of a weird one. I take that back. It's actually pretty straightforward, but again, it can be confusing sometimes depending on where you're coming from. So again, this one is just simply, it says 2 minutes, so Nifun Jubyo, which means 2 minutes and 10 seconds. This means to beat any of these events, again, story events, training events, or Dokkan Fest events, beat them in 2 minutes and 10 seconds or less. Okay, it's gotta be less than that. Okay, anything over is not gonna count for it. And you gotta do this 10 times essentially. Okay, so if you wanted to go into one of the collab missions with the Dragon Ball FighterZ stuff, go into one of the story events, beat it 10 times, and as long as each time that you beat it is under 2 minutes and 10 seconds, you will complete this mission, no problem. It's pretty simple there, but again, you cannot do this with EZA events. You cannot use it with Battlefield, and you cannot use it with the World Tournament. So again, just keep that in mind right there. Okay. Number 17 here is use no items on 10 stages. Pretty simple stuff. I think most of us can go through one of these events. Again, training events, story events, Dokkan events, whatever you want to name it, essentially. As long as you do that, you'll be perfectly fine, okay? Number 18 is taking no damage. Now, there is some hidden kanji down here that I want to go over real quick because I know some people will overlook it, and even mentions it right here, okay? So it says the no damage clear. Ni suite, okay? Nani rakana no HP ga skoshi. Okay, skoshi means a little, okay? And essentially what this is saying is that even if you take minuscule HP, it will not go towards this mission. So if you jump into a mission and you get unlucky and you get someone attacking at the very first spot and they do 20 damage to you or something like that, and then you defeat them and you go on and you beat the whatever story event or mission or whatever the case may be, even if you take that amount of damage or you recover the HP back, it will not count towards the mission, okay? So if you get unlucky, unfortunately, then just kind of dust it off, go at it again, or pick a different one. And as long as you beat 10 stages 10 times without taking any damage, then you'll clear the mission and you'll be able to get, what is it, a Elder Climb medal. Okay, so that's basically what it's going to be right there. Okay. Other than that, number 19 is don't use continue 10 times. Again, this is more facing off against, they don't want you to use this in Extreme Z Awakening to try and kill 2 birds with 1 stone. But again, I think pretty simple for most people to be able to accomplish there. Okay. Number 20 is to complete 10 of the fighter collab missions, complete 10 of them. So completing numbers 1 through 10, or 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, or whatever order. Just beat 10 of these random missions here, and you'll get the 5 stones there. And then of course, completing all the missions give you 10 stones right there. So pretty standard stuff. Other than that, that's basically about it. This just simply just talks about the fact of the stuff you can get. Sanani, Act 1500, you get an Elder Kai, all that kind of fun stuff. That's basically all I was really talking about. So, other than that, though, that's all the missions right there. That's all the missions in terms of all that stuff. Luckily, the survival tournament, a little arc is back, the little story mission, so you can go ahead and farm up 17's super attack if you're looking to pull him. Not to mention that you can take this the super 17 here, and you can then feed him into any of the extreme 17s. Not the ones that seem to be dry on it, but the ones that simply are extreme, but they are just normal 17s essentially. So the Trenchcoat 17, the support unit from Dragon Ball GT, you can take this 17 from this event right here, and you can feed it into that 17 and get him up to SA10. The GT one, the Hellfighter one, though, requires a different 17, and that was, of course, from a different story event that will return whenever it does. So, login missions, obviously, we're only getting 1 stone this time around, which kind of stinks. I wish fighters would, or not fighters, I wish Dokkan and Akatsuki would get on top of that and stop doing that kind of stuff, but, you know, it is what it is, basically. And then last but certainly not least, the last thing I want to talk about as we end this video is the fact that we are getting a World Tournament here on, I believe the 8th it is. Where are you, World Tournaments? It is, okay, it's going to be on the 10th. Okay, so it starts on Friday the 10th. The 7th is when the Bulma items event comes out. I always say, try to do this a little bit if you can. Get a lot of good support items from the event. But World Tournament number 25 will be coming. In terms of what the character prize is, it's obviously not the Hercule or the Videl here, because these are cards that are already in the game. Now, the prize could be a Videl or a Hercule, but again, I'm not really sure what the case may be. So we'll have to wait and see. We'll get a data download probably on Wednesday would be, I'd probably say Wednesday this upcoming week, because as of right now, it is the 4th of August when I'm making this recording, if you're watching this a lot later. But anyway, nonetheless, that will be coming around right there, so we'll have to wait and see. Other than that, though, basic events coming out. A lot of stuff ending on the 16th. Pretty much everything ends on the 16th, and a lot of us are expecting that we're going to get some kind of double rates banner, probably a new LR or something like that, or an LR banner. We'll have to wait and see. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think is going to be coming after the 16th? Because again, that's only halfway through August, and we still have the rest of August to go through. But, you know, we'll get VJ up around the 20th or so, and then that's going to be for the September stuff. I know some people will technically say it's still August, though, confess, because it's going to be on the 31st of August or whatnot, but that's when all that stuff is going to happen. So again, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments as always, guys. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much all for all the translations and everything, all the little news tidbits and all that kind of stuff. Sorry it's a little late, I know, because I was over in Australia, but thank you for everyone for understanding. So can't wait to see what happens. World Tournament, probably won't get too crazy about it. I just need 1 more TN and I can rainbow him, and we'll have to wait and see what the prize is. So again, thanks for stopping by, guys. As always, means a lot to me. Leave a like if you liked the video, subscribe if you happen to be new, and until next time, everyone, I will see you all in the next one.